Well, you've already admitted that you wanted to grow your audience by going on the Corey Holcomb show, growing your platform. Now, if Corey Holcomb was primitive, unintelligent, rude, or uncivilized, you would have already known that by watching his previous shows. I mean, Corey
Literally what I said.
Holcomb 5150 show was going on even before I was really on YouTube. Corey Holcomb has been the same way he's always been for years. So you should have already kind of insinuated or understood that your political framework and his framework would be different.
Anton Daniels. Oh my days, you disappointed us, man. You disappointed us, man. Everyone makes mistakes in this life, but this mistake was easily avoidable. Like, I'm saying that as a big fan of his business acumen, and I watch Anton Daniels in regards to obviously making more money, so on and so forth, because, bro, the guy knows how to make money. You feel me? Outside of that, getting on the podcast with Corey Holcomb and then obviously making a fool of himself, so on and so forth, doesn't necessarily make sense. But in today's video, we're going to literally look into it, and I'll be giving my critique as we go on. Hold up, before we get into the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and also subscribe, because we're trying to grow this channel all the way to the moon. Let's get back into the video.
Apparently, Anton Daniels is still in Los Angeles, California, and he has responded to some of the issues regarding his appearance on the 5150 show podcast that is started and owned by Corey Holcomb. And this episode in which he did this was called Fake Threats, the truth about Anton Daniels pulling up to Corey Holcomb's almost fight. And he starts off the podcast saying this.
In the very beginning, when we first started this, I realized that he didn't have the intellectual capacity to have a real conversation. This is the honest to God truth. I mean, how do you want me to break this down? Greatest country in the world. You don't know the history of slavery. He really don't even know the laws. He don't know about what happened with black people. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know you're benefiting and you're sitting here living on the land that it is that you're talking about. You can't give any real examples. This was not going to be an intellectual conversation.
And then this.
This is what I've been telling y'all. These dudes are Neanderthals. The people that we champion in our community are Neanderthals. We don't have any heroes. We don't have any leaders. Are they entertaining? Yeah, but they would have been the court gestures back in the day. So right away, I'm already situationally aware.
Now, this is the framework that
Now, the issue with that is, with someone like Anton Daniels, again, he's respectable online because he's someone that you can see he has a lot of poise. He has a lot of, a systematic approach of thinking and approaching, this game called the internet and this entertainment space. So he's someone that picks and chooses his battles very cleverly. Like, he's not going to go into a situation unless he knows that he's going to win. Do you know what I mean? So putting himself in a compromising position, such as, for example, going on the podcast with someone that, again, don't get to it. This guy's an OG, Corey, right? But is like, what, like, why? You know what I mean? Like, this is, especially on this display of, this back and forth, this is one of the first times, in my opinion, that we've been able to see, Anton Daniels for not actually showing consistency with the person he says he is online in comparison to who he may be in person. You feel me? Like I said, online, he's the type of person where you look at and you'll be like, okay, this guy's getting to the bag. He seems to be systematic in terms of his approach. He has critical thinkings. He has, patience when it comes to analyzing situations, communicates well, so on and so forth. Some people call him a grifter, etc. Hey, I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. But in this situation, it's kind of like, bro, what are we doing there? It doesn't necessarily make sense, you feel me? So I hear what he's saying, especially in the live stream he did himself with his community, and a lot of people in his own community are going to agree with him. You know what I mean? Like I said at the beginning of this video, I actually like Anton Daniels more so for his business acumen and things like that. Seems like a stand-up guy. Don't agree with anything that anyone says. You get it. My principle in life is chew the meat, spit out the bone. If I'm able to learn from you, broski, I'm going to learn. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not going to embody everything you believe as well. You get what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I just put it out there and I still have respect for him. But it wasn't necessarily a good look. You get it? It wasn't a good look at all. Especially from two grown men, bro. This guy's like almost 60, bro. 60 years old. 60 years old, bro. Bloody hell. And bro's like 42 or some shit.
Fucking identify with Mr. Anton Daniels. He uses certain phrases such as Neanderthals. Now, if you guys know, Neanderthals were humans that existed about 40,000 years ago. They were closely related to modern humans. They're known for being strong, intelligent, and skilled survivors. But really, when you call somebody a Neanderthal, if you use it in today's terms, you're talking about somebody primitive, unintelligent, rude, or uncivilized, and outdated in their thinking. Now, again, not only is he calling Corey Holcomb a Neanderthal, but also black people who would identify with Corey Holcomb's intellectual framework in general, okay? He also talks about the fact that most of our people are entertainers, but in so many words, they don't have very much substance. This is important, all right? Because now we're gonna get to the part of how he agreed to come onto the Corey Holcomb show.
Corey asked, could I come on the platform? I never asked him. I just reached out based off of the people that was around me. Shout out to Fawcett, shout out to Gooch, shout out to a lot of people. And I'm like, yeah, it's an opportunity to expand my platform 100%. So, you know, why not? Why not take advantage of it? And I wasn't looking to go in there and belittle or embarrass anybody. I was looking to come in and put on a good show.
Okay, here's the first problem that I have with Anton Daniels' framework. Number one,
And that's the reason why I said it was a bad decision in my personal opinion, because if you believe that, cool, this guy's, maybe, I don't know, he's saying it after the fact, I don't know, but if you believe someone's a Neanderthal and you don't necessarily respect their position in regards to how they conduct themselves, so on and so forth, the question is, okay, why are you even in their presence, bro? You feel me? Especially when you've already made the money, you have the accolades, you're on over 1 million subscribers collectively across your platforms, you're a big person in the community, so on and so forth. Like, there's bigger issues and bigger fish to fry, in my opinion, if that's how you basically view someone like Corey. You get it? So it's like, it's one of those ones where there isn't much consistency in the thought process. And that is where even me, as someone that usually I'm just like, oh yeah, like, I agree with what he said over here, or like, okay, maybe his tone or maybe the delivery was a bit wild, but there is some truth to that, or that's usually how I see Anton Daniels' content. In this case, I'm just like, even though for majority of the debate and the back and forth, so on and so forth, he was actually making more points, in my personal opinion. He was making more points. It was more of a conversation that we've talked about it many times before, you know what I mean? The whole black versus white and the etc. So it's a conversation that's already been had. They were going to unpack it again, obviously go through their differences of views. But in this case scenario, even though, yes, I do see that he made more points, it's almost as if, though, okay, you made the points, but what was the outcome? Like, you won the battle, but you lost the war, because that whole back and forth, it didn't look good for anyone else, you know what I mean? For both of them, you feel me? As grown men, bro. 60, bro. Bro, I don't think you guys are on 60, bro. 60! I'm 42. What? I'm not an ageist yet, but I thought, bro, when you get to those type of ages, you're supposed to, like, kind of calm down and, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on there, bro? What we did? Don't make any sense at all.
Anton Daniels positions himself as if other people are Neanderthals and they are just entertaining at best, but we don't have any real heroes in our community. I'm sure that Anton Daniels sees himself differently than the people that he's talking about. And in this particular clip, he's saying that he wanted to have a good show. Now, here's the out that he may have. What is a good show, Anton? Could a good show mean entertaining?
Yeah, word. And again, this, you know, when they say entertainment and stuff like that, maybe I'm biased because I'm a music producer, sound engineer. I'm in the entertainment business. I've worked outside of it, done property, you know what I mean, done well there. But it's like, I just align more with obviously just being an entertainer and a creative, rather than always being in meetings all day being like, oh, hello, sir. And it's like, you know what I mean? I want to be able to be a creative, and then obviously I have business in the background. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal way of living. Now, when they say that is all that we can do within our community entertainment, no, because we have a lot of black excellence. The only thing is that within the culture, the people that get the most status and the most clout tend to be the entertainers. And I agree with what he's saying over there, but again, it's similar to what 21 Savage said in terms of F the streets. When you make those type of statements, you are making it from a standpoint of I'm better than that, rather than being, okay, cool. If this is the case, how about and offer a solution. Because if you offer a solution, you can make a bold statement, but at least people won't attack you and make you feel as if you're self-righteous in saying it. If you now just say, and then there's no solution and you're just basically projecting, it's like, okay, cool, but when you're now saying I'll put on a good show, isn't that entertainment as well? So what? You get it's a lot of inconsistency here. And again, hopefully basically he's able to learn from this, but we'll see, man.
Now again, he doesn't say entertaining as far as a good show, but I have seen Anton on many other podcasts when he is the lead voice. Let's say Fresh and Fit. Now when he's, interviewing Charleston White, he'll take a step back and lead the podcast discussion, but Charleston White will be the mic heavy guest. But in this case, Anton Daniels was the focus of the podcast alongside Corey Holcomb. So does a good show mean an entertaining show? Now, we're going to find out if that's what he means, because we know the show was definitely entertaining, which is what he accuses all of the rest of the black people that he's criticizing. Now, here's the issue with Anton Daniels and most black conservatives. They want to be able to prove that black people are primitive in their thinking, they're emotional. Black people are not that smart. He said that in his actual show, but I won't play that clip. But in so many words, black people cannot handle a confrontation well. Candace Owens has said this. So in other words, if you're a black conservative and you're dealing with a person that is primitive, unintelligent, rude, or uncivilized, or outdated in their thinking, well, you've already admitted that you wanted to grow your audience by going on the Corey Holcomb show, growing your platform. Now, if Corey Holcomb was primitive, unintelligent, rude, or uncivilized, you would have already known that by watching his previous shows. I mean, Corey Holcomb,
Literally what I said.
5150 show was going on even before I was really on YouTube. Corey Holcomb has been the same way he's always been for years. So you should have already kind of insinuated or understood that your political framework and his framework would be different.
And the more and more I look at this stuff, I'm just starting to realize that this whole politics kind of stuff, bro, is more disruptive than productive, man. These type of conversations, because there's so much nuance towards it. It's like, okay, cool. I'm a very solution-based person, and I'm always on the vibe of like, okay, what is the solution here? Like, when we're saying these type of things and there's debating this versus that and blah, 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 like, what is the ultimate solution that's going to lead us towards a productive conversation and empowering people, so on and so forth? But it's almost as if though each time we have these kind of conversations, people just want to basically just have it just to look down on each other and stuff like that. And I just think to myself, like, okay, what do we gain from this? I'm not too sure. Doesn't make any sense, but for some reason we take joy and pride in it. Makes zero sense. And a lot of these you say black conservative kind of people, especially, you can already see like the conservative, because I would say I align more with what the conservatives say in terms of just like, for example, just the typical kind of stuff. Like, for example, family, in regards to, having a nuclear family there, it's just more productive for society. Marriage, in regards to, for example, Christian values, so on and so forth. But do I now agree with like the racism part of it? Do I now agree with, okay, cool, just because we believe so and so, we're gonna now force hatred on these type of people that oppose our belief? We're gonna kick these people out. We're gonna go into other It's like, bro, that's a bit too extreme for me personally. Do you get it? So yes, I'm more reserved and more traditional in my values and my beliefs, but I don't agree with everything that any of the parties are basically saying. I'll say I'm more in the middle, but I just lean more towards that type of side. And hopefully, again, the examples I gave was obviously valid enough. But with a lot of them that obviously assume that identity, is almost as if though they assume a self-righteous kind of standpoint. And that's where a lot of people now start calling them grifters and stuff like that. It's like, okay, cool, I believe in this and I uphold this moral and and you guys can't necessarily chat to me and stuff like that. It's like, okay, we get it. You're successful, you've done this and done that, but there's only so many times you can say that before people kind of get tired of the message. You feel me? And the people that will support it, it's kind of like, okay, cool. What's really going on here? Do you know what I mean? it's just funky to me, bro. It's funky. It is funky, you know? And a part of me thinks it's also a bit of self-hatred. Hate to say this because I feel like these type of words are like cop-outs and stuff like that. But it is a tiny bit of self-hatred because you're thinking to yourself, I'm not like those people that I've just come from. It's literally the same sentiment as the F the Streets 21 Savage thing, in my opinion. I'm not like these people. I'm better than them. I'm not like these people. I can do. It's like, bro, okay, like, for me, like, okay, offer us solutions then. Like, you're saying this and, okay, do you know what I mean? And I'm never someone to police how people speak and how people portray things and ideas and ideologies, but let's do better, man. You know what I mean? Let's definitely do better. Like, the whole self-righteous and thinking you're better than people just because of the money and stuff like that, it's kind of like, I don't really know. I don't know. It's okay to be confident, but at other people's detriment, I don't really know. I don't really know, man. It's interesting anyway, seeing this.
Corey Holcomb does come after guests quite often that he disagrees with. He has a history doing that. He's not the nicest guy in the world. And if he knew that you were a guy that, you know, said different things about black people, he was going to bring that up. And he might not have brought it up in the most respectful way. And I'll just be honest, Corey Holcomb can be, you know, sometimes rude. Okay, we're gonna be honest. So I'm gonna call down the middle. Corey Holcomb could be over the top as an interviewer or a podcast guest. He could not mean it that way. Because again, Corey,
if you've seen his content throughout these entire years, bro, the guy's a comedian. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's one of those. If you're looking to have a fruitful conversation with someone like that, you're not going to. That's the reason why, even when, if I was in that type of position and a serious topic kind of came up, I would just say, oh yeah, this is my beliefs. Okay, cool. What do you think about that? And then just kind of keep it pushing, stuff like that. When the attacks and stuff like that start coming, me personally, I would kind of just keep it pushing and try to make the conversation as lighthearted as possible, because there is no convincing someone like this. There is no having a fruitful conversation with someone like this. I'm very big on you being able to have a difference of opinion, and you don't have to always be right. The whole idea of conversations and debates is like, okay, person A brings their conversation, person B brings their conversation. Let's have a conversation together and not fight, but have a bout of ideas. That's a better way of putting it. Have a bout of ideas and figure out a way for us to either strengthen our own ideology or compromise someone and be like, oh, I see what you're saying. Do you know what I mean? That's fruitful. With someone like this, you're not going to have that type of conversation. And with majority of human beings, we don't change, bro. We stay the same. We don't change. Like, people say after you get like old and you can't teach your old dog new tricks. I think you can't teach majority of humans new tricks, bro. Like, past like secondary school. So for you guys, it'll be like high school, middle school type of, like, bro, there's only so much someone's basically going to do and learn and change about themselves. Majority of people don't do that, and they don't take agency to do it. It's possible, but majority of people are going to be stuck in their ways, you feel me? So, my people them, seeing this from Anton Daniels, like I said, disappointing. I hope he's able to do better and learn from this. I'm still going to watch his content regardless. The guy knows how to make money and how to put people on game. And I'll probably even like have a conversation with him one day in regards to, okay, how can you really get to this YouTube bag? And I definitely believe that people that are able to kind of detach from, you know, hating people just because of one opinion and can learn from them and obviously chew the meat, spit out the bones, those are the type of people that obviously progress in life. So I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm going to do that. You feel me? But other than that, yeah, not the best move from Anton Daniels, man. It's kind of disappointing to see someone that appreciates some of his talking points and sees him as a good businessman, you feel me? But my people, them, that's basically it. If you like any of the statements I've basically had to say, or my commentary at all, literally just leave a like. Make sure to subscribe as well. We got a lot of content coming out on this channel. We're growing it all the way to the moon. Outside of that, my people, them, I'll see you in the next one. The next video, YouTube recommend you make sure to watch it, because this channel got a lot of videos for you guys. See you next. Peace.